Hey everyone, Technomentary here. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to fix no sound on your Samsung phone by following these troubleshooting steps. So let's get started. The very first thing you want to do is the obvious thing is to make sure the volume is actually turned up. Sometimes it might be just down or you accidentally turned it off. Just try to go ahead and turn it up, and that's going to be a quick and easy thing to do. Next thing to check is sometimes the control may not work. You may want to go to the actual setting itself and then look for the volume settings here. So you're going to look for under volume, it's going to be under sounds and vibration, and just make sure that your phone is not on mute or vibrate only. You want to make sure the sound is turned on so you can actually hear the sound. And then also other things you might want to consider is depending on what kind of sound you're looking for, you may want to adjust these system sound. For example, if you're not getting system sound, you want to go ahead and toggle these on for whatever you need. And then finally the volume, you can, as I mentioned, use the volume up and down, but can also control the volume from here. For example, for ringtone, you could do that. Your media, notification system, make sure these are turned up to the level that you need. Now after you have done that, the next thing you're going to go ahead and check out is make sure that your phone is not on do not disturb. Usually from the top here, you're going to see a couple options. One of the big things is if it's on do not disturb like this, right, turned on, you need to just simply make sure do not disturb is turned off, just like that. Now after you have done that, another thing to consider, again, sounds obvious, but if you have a case on, sometimes the case can actually block the grill for the speaker, which you can get no sound. So remove the case, especially if it's a newer case that you put on. And the other thing you want to also do is clean out the grills. If you have grills on the bottom of the speaker, sometimes there's a dirt, a lint, dust that builds up and can actually block the sound from coming out. So although you may have the volume up and such, it's getting blocked. Now after you have checked that, the next thing you're going to check out is for volume is in your setting, you're going to go to connections and then Bluetooth, and you're going to check to see if it's connecting to another device. Sometimes if it's connected to external like speaker, headphones, it may actually be pushing the sound there. So what you want to do is temporarily turn it off and then check if the sound is working and then turn it back on. Now, if you're having issues with sound on an app, you want to check a different app. So let's say I was having issue on the YouTube app as an example, or Instagram app, right? You want to go ahead and switch over to another app and see if you can play sound from there. And if that is the case, it may be a permission issue with the app itself. So you can go to the app, basically the Play Store, and then update the app. So search for, let's say YouTube as an example. If there's an update, go ahead and update it. And then additionally, you want to go to the settings to make sure it has the correct permission. So in your settings, you're going to go back from the main settings. You're going to look for apps and then find the app that you're having issues with. So if it's app related issue, for example, let's go ahead and we'll go check out all the way bottom here, YouTube as an example, right? We're going to click on permissions, and here we want to allow the permissions for sound. Sometimes you may not have it here. If it's listed as a sound permission, you want to allow that as well. Sometimes microphone may be while using it. If you're using it for that, you might also consider using notifications if you want sound from notifications, like things like that, to just make sure that they're allowed. Now, along with that, if you're still having issues, the next thing you're going to do is simply just restart your phone. So you can do from the top here, the power icon to restart, or you can use the volume down and the side button to press and hold and then restart your phone. A quick restart fixes a lot of software related issue. Now, if you did all of that, it's still not working, the next thing to do is go into your setting, back to the main settings. So we're going to start from the main settings here. And this time we're going to go down to our option for general management. And in the general management here, we're going to go to reset, and you'll need to do basically a reset of all settings. Now, these are setting reset. It will not delete any of your data, but an important step to do if the sound is still not working on your Samsung phone. Now, after you have done that, it's time to go ahead, and the last thing to do on this is updating your software of the phone. So in your setting, look for software update and then check for new update. And if there's a new update, go ahead and up to date. Sometimes there might be a couple updates, so keep on checking for the update until you get to your software is on the latest version. This rules out any issues with the software being a problem. Now, other troubleshooting step you can do is sometimes the sound, if it's not working on the device itself, you can do a quick test by connecting it to another Bluetooth device or a headphone. If you have a headphone, see if you can get sound through the headphone or another Bluetooth device, see if the sound comes out. If that is, then maybe a issue with the actual phone's hardware. In that scenario, you'll have to get the phone repaired physically if it's a hardware issue. And I hope this video was helpful. So please consider hitting the like and subscribe button, and thanks for watching.